Yeah. So the mind is like, if you think about it, it's like the computer processor. It takes data and it takes information, it takes evidence, and then it compiles it into something that makes sense for us.
Mm.
And it's a wonderful machine, that organ in our head, but it's not us, right? It's not what drives all of us. Our soul does. And so, yes, thank you for that question, because that really ties into what I was going to say next, which is the mind is not a bad thing, right? Um, you just want to pay attention to your relationship with your mind, because you have a relationship with your entire body. We have been given this beautiful vessel to use and have a relationship with. And included in that is this discovery of our minds and where it shows up and what its strengths are, and when it oversteps its boundaries. And that way we can start to have a beautiful relationship with what we're feeling, when we can start experiencing what we do. So a lot of times people think intuition comes into the mind, but that's not really the case. It's when the mind slows down, it's when the intuition comes in. And so the mind just allows us to be able to put together the words to say. The mind allows us to, we see things with our eyes, and then it comes in, it gets processed through our bodies. Our brains then say, well, this is what it means. So there's this example that I'm going to give right now, because it's like this image keeps showing up. So I don't know if this is going to resonate with people or not, but I'm being led to share this visual. There was a time when I came back from a shamanic retreat, and sometime after that, my body became on high alert, and I experienced 3 days of just being in absolute terror, where to the point where every time the sun came down, I had thoughts of, I wish there was a way I could stop the sun from setting. I wish that there was a way I could stop this darkness from coming. I'm just absolutely terrified. And as the sun would set, I remember one time I was brushing my teeth, and I kept being afraid that somebody was watching me in my house, where the only other person is my boyfriend. And I remember a car drove by, and as it drove by, its headlights kind of created like a shadow across the window on the other side, because this was in the bedroom. And so when that shadow passed me, I jumped. Water splattered everywhere. I thought something was out to get me and kill me. And I did everything I could to try to let go of this terror, until finally the third night I couldn't handle it anymore, because I was really tired of being unable to sleep, because I was so scared of something happening to me in the dark. And I called again, Sherry Williams, right? So I called up Sherry Williams and asked for her help. And she tuned in for me. And long story short, I'm not going to go into the details of this, but what ended up occurring was that my body felt something was off on an energetic level. And my brain didn't know what it was. So all it was doing was just on high alert. And my body was the one that was signaling to me that something was wrong. And the thing that was wrong, because it was energetic, my brain couldn't see it to process it. So there's nothing to fill in the blank. So I was just in this state of like, something's wrong. I think I'm going to die. Like, I think something's out to get me. I don't know what. Like, and it just filled in all the blanks. The brain just filled in all the blanks with what it tried to, think it was. But when you get down to it, it was the body that was signaling to me that something was wrong. So it was the body that was feeling it and was putting me in that fight or flight mode. And the reason the body was able to feel that was because on an energetic level, something was wrong. So we can't use our brains to be the end all be all of everything that's going on. We can use our brains to be able to collect the data and interpret it for us, but it should not be a crutch. It should be a tool that we're using. And we are in this place where we have the opportunity to have experiences and to really explore our relationship with our body as a whole, our soul, and as well as all the different parts of our bodies, in all the different ways that we can have this beautiful, harmonious relationship with it. And so, had I been less, I guess, reliant on my head and more in a place where I could just feel what was going on in my body and talk to my body and ask my body what was showing up, I would have been able to avoid those 3 nights of terror. However, it was a very important lesson, so I'm super grateful for it, because now I can feel even the nuanced things whenever something feels even slightly off, and I can immediately just sit with myself and say, okay, is there something I should do? What is it that I'm experiencing, etc. So that is an example that I wanted to share, to sort of kind of make it more real for people. But again, as I say, our brains are very special, and it's really important for us to just understand and explore the relationship. And that's really going to help you have a deeper understanding of how you can reach that place of success in your life when you really explore all the signals and all the tools that have been offered to you. And it's not just the brain, it's everything. And sometimes if the brain is taking over, then the brain is also trying to tell you something. It's trying to protect you from something. It's trying to tell you there's a fear. It's trying to tell you something else is going on.
Wow, thank you so much, Vicki. That was great. And you know, I really enjoyed this entire talk, because again, it's I hope that everyone has been able to take something from it, because we can all resonate to our own prosperity and abundance. And I think we all have work to do, you know, and I think that a lot of times we drag that, and, you know, maybe we don't want to do that work, or we just want to find an easier way an easier path to success. But the reality is, you know, you do have to face all those fears, and you have to bring all those things that are in the dark out into the light. And what has personally helped me is having people outside of my blind spots that have helped me. And so I want to share something with you guys here. Let's see here. Let me get my share screen here. Because if you guys want to take advantage like I did, I'm going to give you guys the same tools that I have, and hence why I'm doing this podcast. And so, do you see the screen?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so if you guys want to reach out to Vicki, this is her Instagram. Her Facebook is also under the same username, The Prosperity Phoenix. So just look her up and give her a follow. I'm not following from my Artemis. And definitely reach out to her, have a talk with her, because honestly, what has helped me so much is reaching out for help. I think we're kind of past that era of doing everything yourself, and we're really here to connect with each other. And that's what I really love about with everything that has been going on, everything that has been breaking apart. There's been a lot of coming together as well. And so I encourage you to co-create and to connect, and to reach out to Vicki. If not, definitely follow her. Don't you have I'm subscribed to your emails. Is there?
Yeah, so I do have a mailing list. And if you actually go to my Facebook account and just ask for signing up to the mailing list, I can give you a link to that. My Facebook account is facebook.com/theprosperityphoenix. And that's the Facebook page. And when you access that, you can either, you know, send a message because you can send a message through there. I will respond to it and sign you up to my mailing list, and that will give you updates. There are two things that actually I wanted to say before we finish off. The last secret that I have for success is really pay attention to your experiences in life, because that is it's trying to tell you something. If you are having a fight with somebody, if you are being triggered, if you're finding yourself judging people, if you find yourself in an experience where you're getting into an argument with somebody, if you find yourself really struggling with certain things, all of that is an experience that you have manifested for yourself in order to show you what needs to be worked through, what shadows for you to work through, so you can let go of that, and that way you can move on into the next phase of your life. And so, especially encounters with other people, those are huge experiences that are amazing to help us really explore what we need to explore. And the second thing I want to say, oh, actually, is there more to this? No, okay. So the second thing that I wanted to say is I actually am being led to do some Facebook Lives. I don't know when that's going to start, because as soon as I get, the ping to do it, then I will. But I will be doing some free Facebook Lives where I will be, tuning in and channeling and helping people on a more interactive level. So if you connect to me on my Facebook page or on my mailing list, I will update everyone on when that's showing up. And I'm only going to be announcing it 24 hours prior, so it's going to be one of those flash Facebook Live events, and it's just going to happen on an intuitive level, flowing whenever I'm supposed to get it or supposed to do it, whatever topics that are supposed to come up. I'm going to be going through all sorts of different topics as they come up.
Wow, that's awesome. I'm so excited for that. Oh man. All right, so let me go back to this Facebook page, and if you guys can see here, this is her Facebook. So you just gotta click that button and send her a message, and yeah, it's amazing. She's amazing, and I hope that you guys all connect. I hope you guys all found something valuable, because in the end of the day, your experience is your own teacher, right? And I want to say like you're your own shaman, but I don't know how they may come off. But in reality, you have the power, and my message is that it's okay to ask for help and to have a team. And so thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like Free the Robots podcast, definitely tune in. Again, we're going to be talking about all kinds of different things, exploring all kinds of ideas and challenging different subjects, and challenge the way that you think towards things such as money, health, and so many things. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.
Thank you.